All right, hold up. I need to fix something here. There, okay. I think we're fine there. Let me just listen to myself. Hello? All right. All right. Whoa. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, okay. There we go. All right, so we're gonna start out the live stream. So obviously, last time we did this, it worked really well, in my opinion. It's probably like the best one. It's probably top 3 streams we've done ever, and it worked pretty good, I would say. Rage baiting them with the topic. So honestly, we're just gonna do the same topic again. A woman's fault if they're if they are in a relationship. Obviously, we gotta go to the courtroom again. In fact, we have already defeated Invis, as all of the company's plans have failed because of us. They wanted the episodes to be released every week, and to achieve this, they even removed the series author from production. But even that didn't help, as the channel has no content for exactly a month, not even compilations of old episodes with distorted stories. We learned about the terrible state of Dr. Boom, and when we saw the leaks from the correspondence. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. First off, why am I in the seat? I'm judging. It's a woman's fault if they're. Oh, I love this one. So good because it's actually funny. All right, we just gotta wait for our first person to come up here and debate. So let me just type in the chat. All right, so you just gotta wait for a person to come up at this point. We got our first person. Beeble, Bubble, yeah, whatever.
What's up? What's up, bro?
Nothing much. So do you agree or disagree with the topic?
No, I I mean it's like you can have like a multiple answers in this. Depends on the circumstance.
Uh, I'm confused. I'm sorry. Is that a yes or a no? It's not. There's multiple different scenarios. Is that a yes or no?
I think there's a multiple answers to that question.
There's not. There's
Depends
really
on the
only one
scenario
answer
and the
to the
situation.
question. What do you mean the scenario?
Depends. So, for example, like if a woman's fault, so I think in some cases, like women, um, like they have a reason as to why they stay in the relationship. For example, like when you say abusive, in what sense are you saying abusive? Like physical or like emotional or like
Both.
right? So in some cases, women like they feel as though they have to stay in the relationship and they can't leave it because their partner might like harm them and stuff, you know. Or they will be like, oh yeah,
Okay.
if you
So
stay
have you
away
ever
from
heard of
this
law
relationship,
enforcement
then your money's
before?
gonna stop.
Have you ever heard of law enforcement before?
Yeah, but at the same time, they're not actually gonna do
Uh,
anything.
yeah, actually, they do many things. That's what happens in most abusive
No,
relationships. Law enforcement actually takes act. I don't know what you mean by no. Yeah, I don't know if you live in a third world country or something, but this happens in most countries. So
right.
yes, it does happen most of the
Okay, but I think at times as well, like I think out of fear, like women stay
time. Out
in
of
the
fear.
relationship.
It's not out of fear. They can leave whenever they want. They just don't want to leave the person because they feel like they're gonna do something, which in reality they're not.
women have the opportunity to leave at
I
any
mean,
point during the relationship, but they choose not to because
I
women,
think,
because these women aren't
I
very
mean,
intelligent.
I think you can say it like that because like we don't actually understand the situation and stuff because every individual is different. So like we can
It's
easily say,
mostly
oh,
the
if they
same
want to, they can just
situation. It's mostly the same situation.
no. But I'm
They
just
just
saying
stay in a
like we can
relationship
easily
because I hear the same thing every time. They stay in a relationship because of love or something. It's not love if they're beating you or abusing you
right. But I'm
physically
trying to
and
say
mentally.
that's not what I'm trying to say though. Like what I'm trying to say is the fact that some women like they have fear in the sense that then like they know that they can call like the police, right, and like law enforcement, but they're at the same time they're scared to do that because they don't know what their partner is gonna do if they find out that they call because it's like to do with fear that they feel like they're like they have to be in this relationship and stuff. Because I know some people like that have been in this kind of relationship and we can easily say as like a third party and be like, oh no, if it's like bad then just leave, but at times like we
Exactly.
don't understand the full we don't understand the full story and the circumstance,
It
because
doesn't really
sometimes
matter
it
about
can
the
be
full
like,
story or not. Like if you have the opportunity to
have you not
leave,
heard
you should
cases where
leave.
women leave and then they get killed?
That's yeah, I've heard that, and that's not an abusive relationship at that
Yeah,
point. That's called murder. That's two different scenarios.
no, they leave because it was abusive and then they get
And
murdered because
they
they left.
leave, but like the women leave in the worst possible way, which is what I mean. You shouldn't leave if you're
No,
gonna leave a
like,
relationship. At least leave in a certain way. And
yeah, but
you
even if
say
they
they
left in
leave
a
and they
certain,
get killed. That's not an abusive relationship at that point. That's called murder and
no,
manslaughter.
no, they leave because it's abusive and
Those
then
are two very different things from an abusive relationship. At that point, the person
right.
doesn't love you; they want to kill you. That's two different scenarios. I'm sorry.
No, it's because like first they're abusing the partner, right? And then they're like, okay, they probably say like, I want to like not be in this relationship anymore. And even just saying that is like a fearful for like some women, right? Like
And
just saying like,
obviously,
I don't
if
want to be
that
in this
person, and
relationship.
obviously, if the man kills a woman, they're obviously going to get sentenced to life in prison, which would mean that,
Yeah, but then at the end, like,
which is a good punishment for manslaughter, not an abusive
I
relationship.
think I think in this case, like we should be like more, because we can easily say like obviously like, have you ever been in an abusive relationship, like you
Have you?
personally?
No, I haven't. Have you?
No, not really, because I'm very like straightforward in that sense. So I don't tolerate like any disrespect and stuff. So I would say no. I haven't been in an abusive relationship, but I have
Okay.
like I know people who have, before.
Also,
So
so
for
you
me,
know this
like
from other people's viewpoints, not your exact viewpoint.
no, like I try to be more considerate about their circumstance because before I always used to be like, if they're
Most of the time, you
disrespecting
have
you
the
or this,
ability to leave, and you know what? What you said when the man came back and killed the woman, that's a different thing. The woman still left the relationship, if you think about it. So, in some sort of sense, I'm right. They have at any point in time
mm.
to leave the relationship.
But then the sometimes they don't though because they get
And by the way,
scared.
what you said rarely happens in the around the world. They rarely come back and kill because at that point the man's already in either in jail or in custody. It rarely happens.
I would say so because like
It literally rarely
actually I saw this
happens. It
documentary.
rarely happens. I'm sorry. It
I
rarely
saw this
happens.
documentary. It was kind of crazy because like this
What was
they
the
were in like a
documentary
relationship.
from? 2016 when it peaked?
No, but the thing is like it doesn't matter when it's from, but
It
it's
kind
just
of
the fact that
does.
it does happen. There's a
It
possibility of it
rarely
happening.
happens. It rarely happens,
But
and
the thing is like we
that's
can't
the
say it's
major key
rarely
difference
though.
there. It is rarely.
We,
It rarely happens.
but like just
You
because it's
all
rare doesn't
you
disqualify the
see these
value of
big
it.
news storylines that think that this must happen every day. It doesn't happen every day. It rarely happens. I'm sorry.
But I think we should be more
And you kind of
considerate, bro. Like
and
we
you
can't just
also
say
prove
like
my
just because.
relationship that the woman can leave at any time because she left that man, and that means that a woman in an abusive relationship can leave at any point in the relationship.
Yeah, sure, but then at times, like I said, some situations as a third party, though we have never experienced like this abusive relationship, right? From our standpoint, we can easily say, "Oh, they can just leave, why do you have to do this? You don't have to put
Yeah,
yourself
they
through that."
can.
Like all this stuff. But at times we don't understand the situation. Because at times like some women like they know that they can leave, but then they have like some of them feel like a fear of leaving the abusive relationship because they don't know what their partner is going to do if they find out that they're going to leave the relationship. So that's why they feel very restricted into like a sense that they can't tell anyone, even if they're
Here,
like closest
can't tell
parents, like
anyone.
they don't feel like they can tell them. So I feel like some situations like this do happen, and is happening even today, right? But I don't think like it's true what you said is true, right? But I think like we should be more like kind of like understanding, because we don't actually understand
Okay.
everything. You
Okay,
know what I
so you
mean?
said it's true, so you agree with me. Have a nice day. Anyways, you've been up here for like 15 minutes. I need to let another person up. Uh,
All right, Twin. Well, I do believe that certain situations could be avoided. I don't think every single abusive relationship is the woman's fault.
I'm sorry, your mic is like really poor quality, and I cannot hear what you're trying to say.
No, I'm saying that not every abusive relationship is the woman's fault.
I still can't understand what you're trying to tell me. I can't understand you because your mic is so bad. Hello? Oh my god. Okay.
Hi.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Okay, right. I think it's the abuser that's their
No, it's
fault.
mostly the woman's fault when they're in an abusive relationship.
No, it's not.
It literally is. Because at any point during the relationship, they have the ability to leave, but yet they choose to stay in the relationship and get abused more. And then they have the audacity to say that it's the abuser's fault because they're staying there to get abused, which it is partially the abuser's fault for abusing them, but it's mainly their fault for the ones staying and getting abused by him.
Wait, yeah, that actually does make sense.
Okay. She agreed with me again. see how fast I can change it. Alright, I need to wait for them to join. King Vaughn? Dude, this guy might have a good point. I hope he has a good point, please.
Yeah, Haro. Can you keep it down? So, in my opinion, I think like I don't know. It's really complex. There's a lot of
Complex?
reasons
It's
why
not that complex at all.
it is low key. Are you speaking from experience or not? Like just from like the
I am
sidelines?
speaking from experience of debating many other people.
The experiences of yourself or of other people?
Of other people.
Right, right. So yeah, can I like hear your stance?
So I think that at any point during the relationship, a woman has the ability to leave the relationship at any point.
Of course, I think like, of course, like if there's
Okay,
no
I'm
risks,
sorry,
like,
but you gotta whoever's in the background, like getting back shots, you gotta get them out of here. I'm sorry. Like
chill
it's
these
annoying.
5, yo.
Yeah, I know exactly. So get her out of here. Like it's
All
annoying.
right. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I think that like, they have the will to leave, but I think usually when it comes to that, like the person who's the abuser is usually making it where they can you stop, please?
Oh my god.
They're usually making it where they can't leave, honestly. And I think
What do you mean they
especially for a
can't leave?
relationship.
Can you explain what you mean by they can't leave? Because they have the
Yeah,
ability
so
to leave.
if I was a 5'3" petite little girl, not girl, I mean woman, and my 6'5", 300-pound man is telling me he's gonna knife me up if I try to leave him, I don't think I would want to leave. I'm not gonna lie, because I might get killed.
That's literally not even a relationship at that point. That's literally just death threats and how do I don't know what the crime is, but that's literally beyond a relationship at that point. That's a whole crime they can get sent to jail for. An
I
abusive
know. I think it's
relationship is a crime as itself, but that's bringing in other crimes as well. If they're
I
saying
know,
they're
but that's
going,
only how it
if
is.
they're saying they're going to eliminate
Yeah.
you, that is not an abusive relationship at that point, and you can go to the police. You can go to the police and get them arrested. Like it's not
No,
even
I'm
that.
not saying I'm saying like because that's usually going to happen in domestic relationships. They're going to threaten the other partner if they do try to call for help or things like that. And especially if you do have children, it's kind of harder to leave at that moment because
What do you mean if they
a
have
lot
children?
of
Like if
a lot of
yeah.
Huh? You stop freaking banging on the door, bro.
No.
What's wrong with you?
I'm sorry, you got to get your act together and get your 5-year-old daughter or whatever out of the kitchen. I'm sorry. Cannot understand.
Hello.
Hello.
I personally think that it really depends on the situation.
Kind of. It
let's
really doesn't. It really doesn't. But anyways, continue.
let's say for example, if the girl was the one who, by the way, sorry if my English isn't that good. English is not my first language. But if the woman was the one who asked out the man, then technically it would be her fault, because if she didn't see the warning signs originally, then she shouldn't have done it. But
Oh,
now you're in a relationship in the first place, so not true this understand.
I'm sorry. What is going on right now? Did I just win by groaning? Okay.
I mean, yeah, it's their fault because I had a girl and she willingly came into my relationship, even though I smacked her for talking over me, and I smacked her for talking back to me, and I didn't like it, and she still stayed with me. So it's completely their fault for staying in the
Exactly.
relationship.
They're literally the ones staying in the relationship.
I
Like,
mean, her whole face was red when she was going to the store with me, and people asked, "Hey, what's wrong? It's okay." Well, I told her to don't tell nobody, and she still stayed in the relationship because she loves me so much, or she was like really obsessed with me.
no, it's not. Yeah, like
But
at that point, like, yeah, it's her fault completely.
yeah, so this argument is just valid. I don't know why people are just coming in here trying to say it's not their fault. They can just move on and go to a different boy if they want to. So
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly. Thank you, thank you. I don't support abusing, but he kind of has a point there, which is my point. They have the any point to leave the relationship, and they don't. So, is anyone gonna raise their hand and come up and speak, or am I just gonna stay here scrolling on? Hmm. If no one wants to speak, I'll let up someone. No, thank you. Unfortunately, I do not have that type of what's the child appropriate word for it? Or family friendly word. I don't have that type of kink, unfortunately. No, I'm just gonna let up a random person if y'all even gonna talk. See what you gotta say.
So, how are you guys?
Guys, it's just me, but I'm fine.
All right. So, what makes you think it's the woman's fault?
So I believe at any point during your relationship, the woman has the chance and has the ability to leave the relationship at any point.
But that's emotional abuse. Well, they will use
What?
emotional abuse, then they can't leave.
Yeah, but they still have the ability to leave the relationship. It's not like the
Do
emotional
you know
abuse.
how many people that have to reach out for help and they end
Yeah,
up
that's what
not getting help?
that's what you're supposed to do when you leave an abusive relationship. Reach out for help. I hope you would. I hope you just don't bottle it up. Like that's what you're kind of supposed to do.
But
Like that's
the
just common
emotional
sense.
abuse they're going through causes them to bottle it up.
What do you like? You mean bottle them up and don't go see a psychiatrist after they get out of the relationship? Like, I'm sorry, I'm lost.
No, in the relationship, right?
In the relationship, they should just, if the person is abusing and making insults at them, that is not love. They should obviously see that that is hatred and they need to leave.
But like the emotional abuse they go through in the relationship will cause them to bottle it up because of what they are going through. They're scared that the person will force them to stay in the relationship,
How do you
which has
how would
happened
one
many times
force
before.
how does one force against their own will to stay in a relationship?
As
That's
stated in the
that's
chat,
literally
Megan
that's
forces
literally a
her.
crime.
No,
That's literally a crime if you force them to stay in
yes,
a
it
relationship.
is.
And abuse is also a crime, which means if the girl leaves a relationship and goes to the police or something, they can easily get the man arrested. Like, do you not understand? They have so much chances to leave the relationship, but they choose not to. And even if
Most
they
of the
have all
time,
this
they force them
emotional,
to stay.
even if they have all this emotional and mental pain stored up, they still have the ability to leave. It's not like the guys like physically holding them captive.
Wait, so is it a man's fault that they are in an abusive relationship?
if the woman's being abusive,
Yeah.
yeah, obviously. Like, that would just be common sense. Do you think I was gonna say no or something? It's literally common sense for both sides. Oh my gosh.
I'm still so confused. How is it the woman's fault?
I literally said, all right, so they're the ones going willingly into a relationship at the beginning, and they're the ones staying in a relationship, getting these insults, getting injured, getting themselves hurt for this person that they don't even love, and they don't leave for some reason. They just don't want to leave. No,
The
I'm
thing
just gonna
is,
let
when
Logan
you get
explain
into
it to
a
you.
relationship,
Okay, so it's clearly the girl's fault for being in an abusive relationship. So let me demonstrate to you. So my girl willingly came into the relationship, and when she started
This guy's
talking back to
joking,
me,
though.
I hit
Genuinely.
her. You want to know what she did? She stayed in the relationship. So,
didn't you just admit you forced her to
oh yeah,
stay?
I did force her. She was like complaining about leaving and stuff, so I smacked her again, told her don't leave. So,
So is it technically her fault now that you're forcing her?
well, I didn't grab her by the hand and just pull her inside the
Still
house, did
abused
I?
her
No.
though.
Yeah,
Still
and she
This
abused
guy
still
is
her
completely.
stayed. She
because
didn't
you're
leave
forcing
Oh
her
me.
my
to.
god! Like, the
I
rage
was
bait is
asleep
going.
while she was in the same room.
Oh,
Wait, my mic's
I was
off. I
How can
asleep.
I,
forgot.
Wow.
how can I force someone while I'm asleep? That's a good
So you're
question.
asleep while beating her and forcing her to stay.
I can't beat someone while I'm asleep, bro.
So how did you slap her across the face when she talked back to you?
Because when she was talking back to me, I raised my hand and I slapped her.
But you were asleep.
Now, while I was asleep, when I was awake,
So what's with the whole sleeping thing?
I didn't force her to stay while I was asleep. She could have gotten up and ran away while I was asleep. But
But you
no,
just
she
didn't
she
force her.
stayed in the same bed as me. We woke up next to each other. And you wanna know what we did after? We made a little
No,
we made out right after when we wake
no.
up. We are mwah, mwah, mwah,
Okay.
mwah. She loves me and I love her too. And
Are
but I
you
still
sure?
hit. Yes, I'm pretty sure if she didn't love me, she
So
would
you
have
have to
left.
slap her when she wants to talk to you?
Talk back to me
Why can't she talk back?
because she listens. She has to listen to me. She can't just argue with me. I provide for her. She doesn't provide for me. I wear the pants. She doesn't.
Then that's an unfair relationship. You guys have to provide for each other.
No, she just sits at the house. I provide for her.
Alright, I think both of y'all got your points out. But, like, there's genuinely. I don't know what if A, B, C, D, E, F, G wants to talk or something. We'll see. Bro, I can't let people be mod in this. I'll let you up again to debate this A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I have to go take a dookie. You can debate them.
Wait,
What?
bro. You can let me be mob, bro. Whatever.
What did I even
No
do?
what? No what?
Yo,
No what? I'll give you
mods
mod for like
existed.
10
What is
minutes
this?
because I'll be back in 10.
Yo, what
Okay.
is this?
Okay, bro. So
Oh, I need
the
to
title
grab some
says
bed.
it's woman's fault for being in an abusive relationship.
Yeah.
You agree?
Nah. No.
Why?
Because obviously, if they're in an
Obviously,
abusive relationship and they're not an abuser, how is it their fault? They're literally the victim.
they got into the relationship and they stayed in the relationship.
You realize there are people who there are abusers who are smart enough to hide their actions, to hide their intentions with another person.
So it's the woman's fault for staying in the relationship. Okay.
You realize the second she tries to leave, she's gonna get her behind beaten, so that's why she stays.
Well, I was asleep one time with my girl and I always beat her for talking back to me. And I was asleep, right? I can't beat her if she walks up and leaves the house and I'm asleep. She got up.
See,
No,
why are
she
you
didn't get up.
beating
She
people?
went to
That's one
sleep.
thing.
She went to sleep with me and we
See,
woke up in the same.
that's why you would beat her.
Yeah, I beat her for talking back to me.
See, that's why you would beat her.
Yeah, for talking back
See,
to
that's
me.
why you agree, because you would beat her. You obviously have obvious bias in the situation. I have no bias because I'm obviously not. I'm not in a relationship.
So we're supposed to debate here, not share our opinions. So
I'm saying you might have a personal bias.
is that a debate or is that your opinion statement against me?
I'm
Okay,
stating
let's
a fact
work on the title, not talk
that can
about.
be literally proven with evidence. If you want to
Wow,
keep on debating, then I can keep on
wow,
debating.
wow. Let's
Like,
keep on debating because that's what we're here for.
so basically, because you're saying she can't walk out the door, somehow it's her fault.
I was asleep and she was able to walk out the door whenever she wanted to.
So that means it's her fault.
For staying in the relationship. If she didn't want to be in the relationship while she was
You
getting hit,
realize you're not the only abuser out here.
wow.
Obviously, I'm saying you're. Obviously, you said
So
you
are we
literally
debating
talking
or are we
back
talking about me?
because I'm saying you're using your own situation when there are
Mm,
many other situations.
mm. Okay, so it's a woman's fault.
Obviously, I'm putting it in a generic
Yep.
situation where a man is
Mm,
beating on a woman. This is not
mm,
exactly this is not the only scenario. There is a
mm.
scenario where the
Interesting.
woman is the one beating the man, or a woman
Nice.
beating a woman in this situation. But
I'm sorry, but
Hey, so why do
hello,
you it's the woman's fault?
huh?
Why do you think it's the woman's fault?
It's her fault because she's willingly staying in the relationship with the abuser.
But like, don't you think the man is like middle? Ooh, like
What?
making her think he can change. Like we don't know how the man is. Like if you understand what I'm trying to say.
No, I didn't know what you said.
So it's like the man is like making her think, yeah, he gonna change and he's gonna love her and all that kind of stuff. So she's willing to give her up and say like, "Oh, that's my man," and all that kind of stuff.
So the man is saying he's going to change, and the woman is trusting the man. Okay,
Like she the person. Like, why would she go if she loves the person, even though he beats her up?
say that again.
Why would she leave if the person is saying he loves her, even though he beats her? Like sometimes, yeah,
Okay, okay.
it's like
Let me correct this. Okay, so the girl, like you said, is staying with the man because the man said he loves her. So that means the woman in this situation is staying with the abuser. Okay, nothing else. The woman is choosing options. Pick the option to stay with the man. That
okay, but
means,
like there's
oh,
some other situations as well. If like they have kids together, she can't just leave. She can't leave. Like
yes, she
it's like
can.
she has no, she can't because
Yes, she can.
I don't know, like decide. Really depends on the situation. If the man has a job and she doesn't, like really depends on the situation.
Okay, well, she can find another man with a job.
And how is she supposed to do that if she's always locked up at home?
Well, if that's not really abusing, that's trapping a girl. That's like called kidnapping. That's like it's not really abusive when someone slaps you, when someone like puts you in their basement. That's two different things.
Okay, all right. You know what? I'm not even. It's getting like it's stupid because like if that girl really loves that man, why would she leave him? And she like maybe thinks she can change him. Like even though that's stupid, but like it's not her fault.
Okay, so it is her fault for staying in the relationship with the abuser because the woman chooses to stay. Chooses. Okay, chooses.
Yo, I just want to ask, like, is like if if the woman is abusing like the man, does that still mean the same thing? Like, would it be the man's fault then?
Can you tell me the difference between a woman's fault for staying in an abusive relationship with a man and a man's fault for choosing to be in an abusive relationship with a woman? It's just a swap of gender roles. Why are we? It's not sexism. It's just a gender.
So hold on. You're saying that it would be the man's fault if they were the one being abused?
Yes, clearly. Just because it's a girl doesn't mean it's always a girl's fault for being in an abusive relationship.
Anyway, yeah. Still though, it isn't really the victim's fault if they stay in an abusive relationship. It's just
They're just choosing to be the victim. That's it.
wait, hold on. No, you don't understand. You see, humans are sort of emotionally bound with people, and they have a very, very tough time breaking those emotional bonds. That's why so many people are very, very reluctant to cut people off, even if they are abusive, like their parents or something like that. You know, because they feel these emotional bonds. We're naturally inclined to stay with people that we're connected with.
So you're saying the emotions are forcing them to stay there?
Nobody's forcing them. It's just
No. You said their emotions.
Excuse me, but like nobody is like holding a gun to their head. But if your brain chemically doesn't want that to happen, that's kind of like a big deal, don't you think? You can do a lot of things to a person without it being forced on them.
So you're just saying that their emotions are controlling their brain, not them
Yes,
controlling.
your emotions control your brain. Excuse me, but are you a perfectly logical person?
Yeah, I'm completely logical.
No, you're not though. Like I absolutely unequivocally not. You're not a robot. Unless you're speaking to me with deepfake.
Emotions are just a feeling.
So hold on. You've never had it in a like, oh yeah, I love this person and I'd die for them and blah 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 blah.
That's
and,
a feeling.
I'd do anything for them.
Yeah, that's just a feeling.
So, I mean, like, I'm not surprised. I don't think anybody would love you, but still, like,
Yeah,
you need
that's
to understand
okay.
that you're.
Okay. I don't like you, man.
Hello, how's it going, gentlemen?
All right, I'm sorry, Logan, your time was up because I gave you 10 minutes. All right. Anyways, hello there, sir.
Hey, how's it going, man? So my stance on the topic, not all the times, but I will, not all the times. However, I will say that a lot of women, they choose to be in relationships. It's not just that they choose it, but when a man's getting abusive, a lot of women choose to, for some reason, stay in that relationship for reasons I don't know why.
Exactly.
But they could leave it if they wanted to. But a lot of women choose to stay in relationships.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know why. But if a person's being abusive, a lot of times a man will threaten them. Like I knew my sister, she was in a relationship with a guy, and he threatened to kill her if she left him. And I get scared, but it's like the third of the time those guys aren't actually gonna do anything, and women are being scared of it. And it shouldn't happen, but they can do things. They can call the police, they can call the authorities, and they can even defend themselves. But a lot of them choose not to, which is an unfortunate reality, but it's the way it is.
All right. So now, obviously, I do not want to argue you, sir, because I know who you are, and you are a great person.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
So I'm just gonna come out and say this. This might be RageBait, and I'm just trying to have some fun right now.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, it's like I'm not actually trying to downplay any of these relationships. I just want to have some fun. So that's why I'm doing this in the first place.
Yeah, no. There was a one server that I made, and it was actually it was actually really fun. It was I had a hot take that women are the true misogynists.
Actually, how many people you got in the server?
Oh, I had close to I think I had about 30, 40, almost 50 people.
Were any of their arguments like even remotely good, or were they just all?
They were mainly like a lot, pretty much garbage. They were mainly like, oh my gosh, how can a woman be a misogynist? Like misogyny, only men can be. I'm like, no, they can't, because misogyny is the term of. And they're like, oh, that would be a misandrist. I'm like, no. A misandrist is someone who hates men. I know a lot of men who hate men. Misogyny is the hatred of women. you don't have to be a man to hate a woman. And the reason why I said that is because modern feminism, we live in a society to where women are told that being a mother or a wife is degrading. And it's more empowering to go on Cornhub, sell your body, or go to a job that doesn't care about you, rather than honestly being a wife and a mother and making your husband a damn sandwich when he wants to, honestly.
Exactly. Exactly.
That says that. And I'm not saying women can't do it, but when we live in a society where like modern feminism, where like in the traditional feminism in the 1920th in the 20th in the 20th century in the early 1900s and the 20th and the 21st century,
Yeah.
traditional feminism maintained for the advocacy for women's equality. I believe women should be able to get an education. Women should be able to own property, and they can vote. They live in America. They have the ability to do that. The problem is with modern feminism is that does not advocate. They don't care about equality anymore because they have equality. They can do anything a man can do. Most of them just won't do it. It does not that they equate for equality. It's that they equate for superiority against men, which is sexism itself. The same thing they're fighting that they think that men do to them. They're doing the exact same thing, but it's just not just men. Women are doing it to themselves. Women nowadays are their own worst enemy.
Now, hold up. I'm gonna change the topic, and I want you to know if you agree or disagree with this one. Hold on.
Okay, sounds good. Men have it worse than absolutely, especially in today's society. Absolutely, dude. I can say this first thing. So like I'll use my career as an example. So for me, I'm a career firefighter in EMT, and I'm a reservist in the Marine Corps. It's Marine Corps, and I can tell you this right now, the amount of disrespect I get because, like, for example, in the Marine Corps, I've been told, "Oh, you just go and you just go kill people. You just go kill these things," and I'm like, "No, I don't." But when a woman comes to me and says, "Oh, I can do anything a man can do," no, you can't. Shut up. No, you can't do anything a man can do.
Exactly.
It's like you can't, because I can tell you this right now. You say for example, the academy, it was physically and mentally damning. The boot camp, I lost friends because of it, because I went to the military. The hours of mentally, physically, emotionally trauma. I know a lot of women who would off themselves second week into boot camp. Absolutely, because it's mentally damning. But when a woman comes and says, "I can do what you can do," and then when you tell them that they can't, you're sexist. You're sexist. So all of a sudden,
Yeah, no.
You
such
are
a bias in
and
today's society.
It really is. Absolutely, it is. And I don't have. And here's the thing. Like I said, a lot of women who are like, "Oh, but the gender wage gap." There's no bloody wage gap. Just most women don't want to do the jobs men do. That's why they're men dominated.
Exactly.
Women don't want to do that.
And it's like the women in the jobs that the men do more, they do less work than the men, so they're obviously going to get paid less than the man. Wait, did he get voice banned? Oh no. I don't know if his mic cut out or if he got voice banned. Oh wait,
No. Sorry about that, dude. My girlfriend was texting me.
Oh. Okay.
But yeah, no, definitely. It's like I don't have a problem with women. Like I said, I think it's awesome if women want to like become an electrician or like a plumber. I know many women who would gladly dig their hands in a toilet to make a couple $100,000 every week. But it's like,
oh, where'd he go? Oh my god, I don't know what happened. He must have stopped servers. All right. Let's go back. All right, let's.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. How do men have it worse? Like, what do you mean worse? What?
They just have it worse than general in society.
Yeah, but that can lead into so many things. Like, what do you mean?
So men do more tougher roles in society, such as
Men are
construction,
what?
transportation, air traffic control, pilot, law enforcement, firefighters, electricians, plumbers, scientists, lawyers, There's
Okay, and how does
engineers,
that make
oil
it
rig
bad?
workers, and there's many more important roles that they do that are very tough.
So how does that make it worse?
So it obviously shows that males do more of these tougher jobs in society and more than women do, which means that it kind of shows a basis that males obviously have it harder than women.
It's not a basis of anything because Western society is still recovering from olden Western society.
Western society.
Yeah.
Do you know the entire population of like when you're talking about Western society, I mean like are you talking about like what countries?
I'm talking about Europe, America, Canada, etc.
America, the place where you can be free.
I'm
sorry.
Yeah.
So obviously, men definitely have it harder than women do in America. I don't even know why that would be a debate. But I'm talking about globally, not just America.
Okay, and I'm not talking just about America either. Okay. So, for example, in Afghanistan, men obviously have it way more easy because women need to cover their faces, they're not allowed to speak in public, etc. In some countries, like especially in Islamic countries, in like Africa, the Middle East, women aren't allowed jobs. They're restricted on doing like not allowed to do quite a lot of things, and it's the same with Western society. That's why I brought it up. Like,
do you know in some countries in Africa, men by the age of 12 are forced into child labor? No, because what you're saying is a very, very certain area to these countries. And these countries barely have a population over 100 million people, let alone 50 million.
Okay, like what's fine?
I said my point is that most men in African or West Asian countries, as I said, are often forced into child labor at early ages.
Okay.
Same thing in South America. Sorry, so that's like 3 continents versus what you said, like 3 countries. Which I think is 3 continents is definitely way more people than 3 countries. Okay. Which honestly, I think definitely men have it harder.
Okay, so I'm sorry to tell you that's very illogical because that was just examples.
You're the one who literally brought up. You're the one who brought up Afghanistan first, and then I brought up 3 continents.
Okay, that's just an example. I never established the whole entire spectrum of and how much of a scale I was talking about. Those were just examples.
Do you actually have a valid? Do you actually have a valid point, or are you just gonna keep mentioning single countries instead of like globally?
A valid point, which when I brought a Western society, which is a large thing. You
Western society.
Yeah.
Which Western is what society, countries again?
Which is like Europe, America, Canada again.
What? Dude, these countries and continents you're naming literally have equal footing for both men and women. It's not that men dominate.
No,
I don't know what you're on about. It literally does. Can you name me a country in Europe?
No, they don't.
Name me a single country. Name me a single country in Europe right now. Name me a single country in Europe.
You're not even let me speak. Just because laws are established does not mean society is still is somehow still recovered from what we had before. Like obviously society is still recovering. Just because laws are implemented does not mean we're suddenly recovered. We all have equality. Like blah blah blah. That it just doesn't work like that.
What? I'm asking you to name me a country where women have it harder than men in Europe, and you can't name me one.
In Europe, probably nearly all of them.
You literally mentioned Europe. All of them.
Yes.
Oh my god. This might be the most unintelligent thing I've ever heard. All of them. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Exactly. All of them.
It's not true at all, by the way.
How is that not true?
Not true, by the way.
How is that
literally, legit, not every country. You're saying every country in Europe, women have it harder than men.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So,
dude, I'm pretty. Hold up. I just need to search up something real quick.
Why'd you disagree with it then? Explain.
I disagree. It's just there shouldn't even be a reason to tell you why I disagree.
Yeah, it's a reason because it's a debate. Hello, you stupid. It's a debate. You should be given reasons.
Dude, what you're saying is beyond my comprehension. Like, it's so unintelligent. I cannot comprehend what you're trying to tell me.
Unintelligent because it's beyond your incomprehension because you are too dumb and too I can't even speak, arrogant.
Dude,
you can't face the facts.
Dude, do you know that
How
the
can you
most
not get it
oil
in your
rigs?
head?
Oh my goodness
How
gracious!
can you not-
Oh my goodness
What
gracious!
does
That's
jobs got to
why.
do with it? Hello, what does jobs got to do with anything? Right, can I finish my
Dude,
point? 'Cause every
without
single
oil,
time I
without
tried
oil, how do we
speaking
live?
and delivering my
Oh my
opinion,
god!
you've just decided to interrupt me, leaving me on a dead
my
end where I
God.
can't actually explain myself.
I
So
literally
can I
let you
speak?
explain. I literally let you explain for 5 minutes, and then now you're trying to tell me I'm interrupting you when I'm
For
trying to
5
explain
minutes,
my
maybe
point.
never.
What is wrong
Let's
with
not
you?
lie.
What is wrong with you?
Let's
Let
not
me
lie.
explain my point.
Let's not lie.
I can
Explain your point
do
and then
this.
I'll-
I can do this very easily if you don't want to let me explain my point. So let me explain my point.
Hello.
Let me explain my
Explain.
point. Let me
Explain,
explain my
hello.
point. Okay, so in Europe, you said that in every country in Europe, women haven't heard of the men. But the most oil rigs in the world are in Europe. And oil rig workers which means that there's more oil rig workers in Europe than in anywhere else in the world.
What does that prove?
That proves that men do way more tougher jobs in these countries. You literally can't even give me a reason why women have it harder in these countries than Europe. I'm still waiting for one.
Okay, because they're more suppressed by society. For example, if a man and a
No,
woman...
they're not. Europe.
decide
Oh
to,
my god, more suppressed.
so like this is a perfect example.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Europe is such a bad example. Europe is such a bad example for this that it's actually funny. It's actually funny. If you literally had mentioned, if you mentioned Africa or West Asia, I would have agreed. But you mentioned Europe. No, I'm sorry. You gotta go. You gotta go. Oh, Crimson Lord, why did you leave? Bro, why were we mentioning Europe as countries? Yeah, you're not coming back up. Don't raise your hand. I hope you left. You leave. Lodite. I think I said that right. Leodite 45. You gonna say something or? Hello. All right. 3, 2, 1, 0. Next person.
Hi. So,
Oh, hello. I have a very quick
about-
question. Are you under the age of 13, perhaps? Because I do not debate under the age of 13 players because they don't know what they're talking about. I'm assuming that's a yes.
How
Okay,
would
thank you. All right, next person.
Hello.
Hello.
I'd like to debate with the continent Africa. I remember you mentioning that you wanted to talk about the struggles of women in
The
Europe.
struggles of women. Why don't we
boost
talk
up
about
your
the struggles of young men in Africa? You know most young men in Africa are forced into child labor?
Listen. I'm an African, right? In Africa, or at least where I am, exactly. The men do not suffer here.
Yeah, they
They
do.
genuinely
Literally at a
do not
young
suffer here.
age, most parts in Africa, men at a
You are
young
not in my
age suffer in
country. You are
Africa.
not in my country.
I'm sorry, I don't know what you're
Yeah,
talking
there.
about, but I know the femicide going on in Africa, but men at a young age suffer more than the women do right currently. I'm sorry. I just had to say it.
Listen, there's very high misogyny rates in Africa, so men are favored here.
Men are favored there, which is why they're picked at young ages to go do
Men are
jobs. Do you understand what I'm saying? Men at young ages
Well,
in
I think I
Africa
would
are picked to do jobs. So that's basically child labor. I'm sorry.
You're going
If
into
you're
places with
going to say
higher
women
living
have it
expenses.
harder than men in Africa, I have to mention the child labor.
I'm saying that men are favored here in Africa.
Really?
So it's
Really?
higher for
Like, I
men.
didn't just hear you say that, and that's why I mentioned that men, young boys,
Wow.
literally, like boys at the age of 5 and up are picked to go do jobs.
No.
Yes.
That is a
It's
lie.
literally a big. Oh
That
my.
is a lie.
It's not a lie. I'm sorry.
At
It's
5 years old,
Have you ever heard of child labor? Maybe not 5 years old. That's a little under the
I have heard of
age.
child. Oh my gosh.
But like, yes, child labor is a big problem in Africa.
Women here are
I'm sorry, your mic cut
brought
out.
to work at the ages 10 or 9 years old.
What? I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? Your mic is like cutting
All right,
out
sorry.
beyond
Oh,
my
excuse me.
comprehension.
The women here,
The woman here, what?
women here are brought to work at the ages of 9 or 10 years old.
The woman here. That is completely false.
In
Can you tell me
Africa.
what jobs they do at 9 and 10?
Oh my
Because
gosh. Oh my gosh.
Tell me what jobs they do.
Oh my
I don't
gosh.
know why you're laughing. You're telling me they do
They're
jobs,
brought
but
to
you don't
work
know
in
what jobs they
kitchens.
do?
You're not letting me speak. They work in kitchens. They're forced to cook. They're forced to clean. They're forced to nurture for other boys here. They're forced to care for the chief. They're forced to take care of cattle. They're forced to take care of the farm animals. They're forced to take care of the farm itself.
The boys do? Yeah, I know that. The women don't do that. I'm sorry if that's what you're trying to tell me
I was
here.
talking about the women. That's the point.
No, the
I was
women
talking
don't do
about the
that.
women.
That's what mostly boys do. Oh my gosh.
It's the fact I live in Africa. I'm
I
telling
know
right
you see, you
now
can
that
say
they
you
do
live
that.
anywhere in the world and say this and then you still be wrong.
I am telling you.
Oh,
now
I live in Africa.
that
This is so
they-
wrong. Like it doesn't matter where you live. Your point is wrong. I don't care if you live in the center of
My
Africa
point is very
or
correct.
live in Europe. You literally, it doesn't
I
matter
am one
where
of
you
those
live if you're
people who
wrong.
have been brought to work to do these things at a very young age. I am telling
Boys
you,
do,
very,
yes.
very true
Women don't.
things. Women do that.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh my gosh.
You're gone. I can't. I'm actually getting a headache from that. The fact that she cannot wrap her head around that boys, little men, have it worse than younger girls is crazy.
Here's the thing. Are you getting your genitals cut off by men?
Genitals
Because
cut
in
off?
Africa, young girls between infancy and ages to infancy and 15, they're getting their genitals cut out. So, and for no health benefits at all. So I just wanted to say, like,
Okay.
they do have it bad in Africa.
They have it bad in Africa, but men have it bad all over the world.
Yes,
You're
but here's
naming,
the
you can name me one continent where men have it, or where women have it bad, sorry. But I named 3 continents where men have it
America
worse.
also has it bad because I look almost 16, 17. I'm 13. I've been followed by predators before, so
You've been followed, yeah. I mean, that's kind of in
yeah,
the nature in
that's
Africa.
bad. That's not in men's nature. That's disgusting. So if you're
You
standing
guys,
up
well,
for
you guys in
pedophiles, you
Africa, well, the
shouldn't-
men in Africa kind of normalize it. So I don't know what you're on about. Anyways,
But
you
still,
said
that's
women get their genitals cut out at the age of 15 and 16.
No,
if
I
we
said-
talk about globally, because
No,
this is
I
not
said
just about
they get their
Africa. This
genitals
is
cut
not
out
just
from
about
age-
Africa. By the way, this is not just about Africa. I'm gonna say it for the 3rd time. Oh, and they left. Oh my gosh.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay. I want you to explain to me how men have it worse than women. I am not biased in this matter, but I just would like I just joined, so I want you to explain it.
Men have it worse than women. I'm gonna name one of my main points, because they do more tougher jobs and roles in society, way more than women do, which can definitely benefit this conversation.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, I understand that. I do agree to an extent. As like the other girl said, sure, like I think people have it bad all over the world, definitely, but there's not really a prejudice towards
She
men
wasn't,
or
by the way, she
women.
wasn't mentioning all over the world. She was just mentioning Africa over and over again.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't think it's strictly in Africa, but I think it's all over like the world.
The world
And
for what? I'm sorry. I'm lost.
like
The
I think
world.
everyone has it bad. There's not like men have it worse than women or women have it worse than men.
If
It's
we take,
neither.
all right, this debate is if you take up all the men around the entire world and take up all the women around the entire world, all the men would have it worse than all the women would. That's what the
Why?
debate is. It's not a single man and a single woman. It's all the people.
But why?
All right. As I stated before, men do more tougher roles and jobs in society. Men, obviously, in these workplaces as well, like the military, construction, and just many other workplaces like oil rig workers and cave miners, they're seen as like disposable pieces of trash, as these jobs are very very difficult to do, and they aren't seen as very valuable assets in these jobs, which means they
Okay.
almost seem like
Okay.
disposable pieces of tools just there.
Okay. Are you black pilled by any chance?
What? What does this have to do with the conversation? I'm sorry, like genuinely. What does that have to do with the conversation?
Hold on. I want you to answer the question.
What is black pilled mean? I know what the black pill is, but what does black pilled mean? Like, I'm sorry.
Like, are you one of those like looks maxer?
No.
You're not?
No. I'm
Okay,
like,
that's surprising. You're ugly?
Looks maxer. Yeah, I'm ugly as crap. Of course, I'm not a looks maxer. What are you on about?
Wow.
I'm actually
Wait,
surprised
hold
you
on,
would
I
even
feel, like,
think
violent.
that. I'm sorry. Just
No,
continue.
okay. The only reason why I'm asking that is because usually when people have these certain opinions, they usually lean towards that. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Lean towards. I'm sorry. Lean
Black
towards like
pilled?
looks.
No.
Why would they lean towards the black pill? Doesn't have to do anything with this conversation. I'm sorry.
It does. It does though.
How
Because
does
if you
the
like
black
literally look,
so like how does looks have to do anything with men have it worse than women? Is it because women are like how do I say this? Or like self-conscious of their bodies and stuff like that? Is that what you're trying to tell me here?
no, I think it's both. But the whole like black pilled movement is definitely targeted mainly towards men, and that is 100% it does prove your point. I think that men have it worse than women, but also it's kind of like why don't women have their own? Like,
Women
do you
have
get
their
what
own
I'm
what?
saying here?
I don't know what you mean by women have their own. I'm sorry.
Hold on, bring soccer up.
Why?
Just do it.
All right. Is she gonna explain the black pill lore to me or something? Because
No.
Okay.
Soccer are gonna say whatever they're gonna say. Guys, I'm not gonna
Ma'am.
lie.
Ma'am, you there?
Yeah,
Sakura?
okay, is she gonna say anything? Yeah, I don't even know who she is, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh.
Hello?
Wait, hold up. I'll let you up later then.
Oh shoot.
So, do you have any arguments like of why you disagree with the topic or no?
Low-key, no.
No?
I don't agree, but I don't disagree. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. You're just not on either
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
You're neutral. Okay then. Then I hope you have a nice day. Let me on raise your hand, Mr. Bean. I'm not gonna let you on if you don't have your hand up.
Yo, what's up, dude?
Nothing much.
I actually agree with you, but I just want to say the girl that was just up here, she was absolutely like, she said you were looks maxing because she was caught in a big corner and she couldn't get out of it.
Yeah, I don't even know what she means by that. Looks maxing. Like I know
Yeah,
what looks
she was
maxing
just,
is.
yeah.
Like I don't know what she meant by it though.
Like that had no substance in the debate. She just wanted to say something.
Exactly. Like she's just dragging the conversation on, and mentioning the black pill and stuff. Like that had no relevant conversation.
Right, like she just pulled out of Narnia and decided.
Yeah.
I guess that would contribute. I don't know, bro. That was her
Alright.
only contribution to society.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Mr. Bean, you've been asking to come up. Let's see what you got to say.
Are you for real? Let's get out. My fault. So like, am I arguing against like if women have it harder or like men have it harder, or I can do whatever I want?
Wait, are you trying to argue? I'm sorry. Are you trying to argue against me or argue against other people?
I want to argue against you.
Oh.
I wanna argue against you.
All right then. Let's go.
All right, so like, what's your argument like? So I could just argue against you just for the point.
So I believe that men have it harder than a woman because in society, men do more tougher roles and jobs, such as construction, transportation, air traffic control, pilots, law enforcement, firefighters, electricians, plumbers, engineers, oil rig workers, college, university teachers, scientists, lawyers, chefs, and many more important jobs that they do that are way harder than women's jobs.
I hear you. I hear you. But women can also do that, sir. They can also do that.
No, but like it's a majority of men in those jobs and a minority of women in those jobs, which means the majority of men has more of the impact than the minority of women does.
You know what? You know why the majority is men? Do you know why, sir?
Yeah, because of stereotypes. But still, men do the job more, and that job is way, way harder than any one woman job you can do in society.
Okay, so the point is, if women try to go into those like type of work environments, they're pushed away because they're women.
They're not exactly pushed away. They just don't want to do those jobs. Like you definitely see law enforcement police officers that are females and firefighters that are females. It's not like they're being pushed away. It's just that they don't want to take that job opportunity.
True, but they have it harder doing that job. My
Yeah,
point
because
is,
they don't have the physical attributes that males do, but obviously they still do the job.
Yeah, they still do the job, but also in heavily women environments too. They're pushed into those environments like the kitchen, pregnancy, taking care of all that. You know, if I get pushed into something I want to, you know, I don't want to do that no more, right? Everything like that. So I'm saying women have a harder, not only appearance wise, but emotionally wise too, because of
How do women have it harder emotionally wise though? That's what I'm curious on that one. Hello? I don't know if his mic cut out or if he got VC banned. Sir? Oh my god. Alright. We were low-key having a good argument, but yeah, debate. Not argument, debate. That's the key word. I was cooking. Maybe you were, sir. I don't know what you were going to go on to. Oh my god, how did it take me that long to realize what he was doing? Tia, you know what? You've been talking so smack in the chat. I want to hear what you got to say.
Sorry? No, I don't mean to. I'm just... Huh?
What do you mean you don't mean to? I'm sorry. I'm confused.
I'm not trying to debate people. I mean, I do disagree with your points, but it's
Whoa,
not like I'm trying
why
to
are people in the
actively
chat arguing with you? That's what I'm confused about. Because like you're arguing with
I'm
people in the
just
chat.
saying, because I just said that I would talk, but I didn't want to because I get nervous in debates. And then they just started flaming me for no reason, just because I said I didn't want to do debates. I just wanted to listen because I thought debates would be funny.
Okay then. I'm still waiting for someone to raise your hand. Like it literally says in the description, raise your hand to come up, and no one's raising their hand right now. I have 12 people in here, not a single person has raised their hand. Come on. Oh wait, never mind. This guy did. Here we go.
Oh, actually, I feel like Apache attack helicopters have it so much worse.
Wait, did you say that women have it worse? I'm sorry.
No. Sunfish have it worse.
Sunfish?
Yep.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yep.
They literally float in the sea endlessly, and yeah, they just... I don't even know what their purpose is. They just float there forever.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
nobody understands the struggle.
Exactly.
And like I don't understand what other people were talking about. Like neither gender has it worse. It's always the sunfish.
Yes, sir. I get what you're trying to say. Thank you. You got his point. I'm not letting you up again, Eric. I know what you did last time. You spammed the freaking bad word. Not actually no, let's let you up again. There's no point. I'm not gonna get banned. Come on. I'm not scared. Come on, you gonna do it? Or you just gonna? The tension is crazy right now. Eric, you gonna do it or not? I'm waiting. I can literally hear a pin drop in this room. Eric, come on! And he left. Coward. Next person. Raise your hand to come up, everybody. We have 10 people. 9. Oh my god, everyone's dropping like flies. We have 9 people in this room, and not a single person is raising their hand to come up. Is this topic rage bait? I know you like to deny it by saying it's rage bait, but no, it's not rage bait. I'm sorry. Shakayla, I'm just gonna call you Shakayla. It's not rage bait. I like how people like to deny it by saying it's rage bait, but it's obviously not. If you have the intelligence over a 5th grader, so I'm just gonna wait for someone to come up. Yeah, exactly. When they disagree with the topic, they ask if it's rage bait because they are so stunned and so profound that someone is going against their topic. Like, come on. Like, they are just in shock that someone goes against their topic. Oh, can someone please raise their hand and debate me? I'm actually waiting. Finally! Oh my god, please, Angel, don't do this to me.
Yo, hello.
Hello.
I just wanted to ask, how's your day, man?
My day's been pretty fine so far. Actually, pretty good, I would say.
That's pretty good. And why'd you decide to debate on this topic?
Because I'm bored and I have nothing else to do.
Interesting. I like your work, man.
Thank you. Have a good day,
That's all I
sir.
had to say.
All right, I think we got our next component. Let's hear what they got to say.
Hi.
Hello.
Forgive me for, my voice. I kind of just woke up like a few minutes ago.
I'm not forgiving you for your avatar. Anyways, continue.
How rude. Why do you believe that men have it harder than women, or
Men have it worse than women. I believe this because men do more tougher roles and jobs in society, such as construction, transportation, air traffic control, pilots, law enforcement, firefighters, electricians, plumbers, hold up, let me think. Engineers, oil rig workers, scientists, lawyers, college and university teachers, chefs. And there's many more important jobs and roles that men significantly have it harder than women do.
that could be true, but half of those jobs that you
Have those jobs I
named,
named or what?
women can do too.
Are what?
Half of those jobs that you named, women are able to do it as well.
Yeah, obviously that is true, but like the job has a majority of male percentage in it, which means that the males are doing more work than the females in those jobs. Which means that the males have it significantly harder than women do in those jobs.
But I think we also should take it into consideration that most like jobs, they
Most
would
jobs are what?
rather have men than women because they
Well,
don't
if
really,
if I'm a
think that
police,
women
if
could do it.
it's not true for some of the jobs I name. Like some of the jobs both accept women and men.
True.
Like
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that
I know what you're saying. You say some
like,
jobs prefer men over women, which is kind of true. If I'm a
yes.
construction worker manager, I kind of want my job to be, I kind of want to get the project done fast as possible. And if a female worker has less strength, endurance, stamina than a man does, I'm obviously going to take the man over the woman because the man can do the job faster than the woman can. It's kind of just common sense. It's kind of not what is it they call it? I don't know what they call it. It's just like discrimination against gender. That's not what it is. It's just that they want the job done faster, so they take the best option or the best choice.
Yeah, and like I agree with you on that part, but like it's basically like the principle of the thing. Like, they would prefer more
I'm sorry, did her mic cut out or did she get what happened?
Sorry, my cousin called. But
Oh.
they would prefer more men over women, which yes would make it a little bit harder than a woman because some jobs do prefer more men, which yes, it would get done faster. But at the same time, like for women, I'm sure you've heard this before, but yes, like women also go through something like I don't know, childbirth. They go um menstrual cycles, like all kinds of things. They like yes, men have to typically be the breadwinner, but everybody works nowadays in this economy. And women, some women, they have jobs that to come home. Then if they have their man, their man wants them to cook, they want them to clean, they want them to take care of the kids and like stuff that, a man typically wouldn't really want to do. Um like
So I have something to say about what you said about women. Did you say that women have experienced more pain because they have, what is it, periods and menstrual cycles and give birth and stuff like that?
hold on, I'm gonna go mute real quick, but I'm still listening. Go ahead. Yeah. Yes, that is what I said.
If that's what you said, so it is shown through. It's not shown. It is literally a fact that men experience more pain throughout their life because men do more. How do I say this? Men take more risks and take more risks and dangerous roles in life than women do. And if you think about it, birth isn't even the top one most painful thing someone can experience. Because there's literally a thing called I don't know how to say it. Hold on. Oh my god. Yes,
Testosterone?
No, not that. I'm trying to freaking.
Oh, torsion.
No, yeah, well, it's kind of what McLovin said. Torsion, pretty much, which is basically it's more painful than giving birth, and people actually die. Well, obviously, people die from giving birth, but people die more from the torsion than women do from birth. And men also experience kidney stones, which are another really painful thing. And men also die from kidney stones as well. And women can pretty much only die from one singular pain that is which is birth, pretty much. That is on the top most painful birth. Yeah, exactly. Women can only die from childbirth. Women cannot I'm not a single woman has died from a period. Kidney stones isn't just from it's more common in men. I don't know if you knew that or not. But anyways, as I'm saying, men have many more ways they can die from other things than
Oh yeah,
women can. And on the pain chart. And men typically experience more pain throughout their life than women do because they do more tougher roles and jobs in society. For an example, a lot of men when they're younger, not saying all men, but I'm saying a lot of men play sports and stuff. And typically during sports, they're very physical and aggressive, and you can get easily hurt during these sports.
Can
And
I say something real quick?
Yeah, you can say something.
Sorry, I'm sorry. But no disrespect or anything, but those are things that men choose to do. They don't necessarily have to do sports. If they want to make it harder for themselves, and that's what they choose to do. But saying that specific like sports, that
Well,
shouldn't really
men don't
be
choose
an
to do the
example because it's a
sports.
choice.
Hold on,
You
hold on,
don't
hold on.
really have to do that.
You say men don't have to choose the sports, but it's kind of a big
Yes.
deal when most men in the world play a singular sport, if you think about it. And
Yeah,
not all
I know
sports.
that.
Yeah, but and not all sports are the same, but most sports out there have some sort of physicality in it.
No, I'm okay. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that, like you're forced to sports. I'm just saying that it's a choice
Yeah.
that
Which
a
a
man
choice
makes.
which
I'm
most
sorry. I
men
just
make.
saw like
What?
I'm just reading the chat, and I saw someone like kind of, just say something. And I just wanted to clarify that. Like, I'm not trying to say, that men are forced to play sports, but there are some people who may be forced to play sports by, I don't know, parents or stuff like that. But like that's still something that you don't really have to do given, you know, the opportunity to not do something like that. So I believe that that shouldn't really be an example as to why men had it harder than women. But, you know, that's just, you know, a simple opinion. Um,
All right, hold on.
but
Okay. So is that all you have to say?
oh, also, the stresses of, because I'm kind of like going back on what I said
Stress.
before, because I was kind of saying it a little hastily because my cousin was knocking on the door. Um, Going back to the whole like childbirth thing or like taking care of the kids, you know, stuff like, you know, that men necessarily wouldn't want to do, you know, like cleaning, cooking, taking care of the kids. They Women uh mostly have to do all of those things. You know what I'm saying? So like the men, they will, but they won't at the same time, if you know what I'm saying, like if you know what I mean. But like women, they have to always be on the go, whether they're the housewife or they're working. And you know, like it's the emotional uh stresses. Like it's not really something that a man would understand. um like you I don't know, I'm trying to figure out how to say this without like antagonizing men. I'm sorry. Like men kind of want to come home and, you know, chill after, you know, after they're done with work, or they want to relax. And you know, they put all of the stress on their wives, or you know, their spouses, because they believe that that's their role. And it doesn't really necessarily have to be that way. And that's why, that's like one of the main reasons why not men, women have it a little bit harder, just because of the fact that like men always kind of like um, talk about how they have to work, and they're, you know, they're tired after work, but they never really consider the stresses that the woman has after they've been at the house all day, or they've been working all day, and they're still having to take care of kids, clean, cook, all of that. And especially with rowdy kids, oh yeah, like don't even get them started. So
All right. I'm sorry, I wasn't listening to anything you were saying, so you did. I was just looking at what McLovin and them were saying about how many people die each year from these things. So hold on. Year 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10 men get kidney stones. Probably not a good example. I'm just doing a little research here. Uh McLovin is saying 250,000 women die a year from birth, which is kind of obvious given the fact that 140 million women a year give birth to women. However, 1 in 4,000 men, by the way, 1 in 4,000 men experience the torsion thing. That's only 2 million people. That's only 2 million people. That is such a massively difference. That is crazy. So you said 250,000 die a year from birth. So let's just put that into perspective real quick. Let's find out the percentage here. So 1 in every 560 women die from childbirth. Then, so let's just figure out that average real quick. Oh, oh, nope. Hold on. Just figuring out the math here. 2 million men, and you said how many men die a year from how many men die from, I'm taking this from your words, because you said 25,000. I don't know if that number is actually average. Wait, hold on. McLovin, can you tell me where you got your information from, like what source? Because I'm trying to find it and I can't really find the information where you're getting this from. World Health Organization. All right, let's just find this up here. World Health Organization. I'm looking through all these articles and I cannot find a single one mentioning a average number of how many men die a year. So I don't know if you're lying to me or if you actually got this information from the website, because all it's telling me that 1 in 4,000 men get the torsion. It's not telling me a certain death rate, which is kind of telling me you made up these numbers as well. Unless you, because it's zero. It's not zero. People die from it. You're just not telling me where they're coming from. Hold on. Let me just search it up here. Testicular torsion. Okay. Oh, finally found something. There we go. All right. I guess your thing was kind of right because this is 27,000 people die a year from it. So let's just do that real quick. So 2 million divided by 27,000. Oh my goodness. I want to. What do you say the original number was? Because was it not that close to it, or is it so far? What's my source, buddy? I couldn't find a source. I just have to keep scrolling until I found it on. I literally have to use AI because I don't know where you're getting your stuff from. Like, that's where it's from. But what did you say your original number was? Because I can put that in as well and see if it's correct. McLovin. I'm still waiting for the original number. Because I'm pretty sure you said it was 25,000. The main total death count. The death count yearly from around 200. No, oh my god. Testicular torsion. It's not zero. I don't know what you're on about. Okay, hold on. No, now why are we changing it up? You literally said earlier in the chat that it was some number of thousands, and now you're saying it's zero. So now you're kind of telling me that you didn't even research it. Yes, that gets it. 20,000 get it. No. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I'm not even gonna let you debate because you're just so unintelligent. 20,000 get it. 2 million people get it yearly. Go up and read it. 1 in 4,000 men. And if you divide the men population, it gives you wait. If you divide the men population, hold on. Oh my goodness. It's not even 2 million. I actually did a miscalculation. Because I actually accidentally put the entire population and not just the men population. So hold on. So it's probably going to be even less odds of people dying from it. Or even more odds of people dying from it. And population is... So the more I go digging into this, the more I'm seeing that your argument had so many flaws. I don't even know what he's saying in the chat right now, but like it's probably just something to try to defend himself. So it's 4 billion divided by 4,000, which gives me 1 million, approximately 1,035,000. And now if I go to an actual statistical source, the World Health Organization, because I don't think, let's just see. I'm just going to scroll on their website. I'm not even looking at the chat. I'm just going to scroll on their website and see what I find. Okay, so I found another number. I'm just gonna go off the basis of the AI of what it said. Let me just re-ask the AI what it said again. All right. Yeah, it's still saying 27,000. So if we take 1 million divided by 20. Wait, I don't know if it's actually. Hold on. Is it? Am I typing it in right? I'm just gonna retype it just to make sure it's 27,000. All right. What is he saying in the chat? Anyways, it's the number isn't 27,000. Okay, it's 14,000. So it's half of it. Never mind. Probably because I put population instead of something else. I don't know. I have to change up the words. Anyways, 14,000. Ooh. So if we take into consideration 1 in every 578 women die from birth, but 1 in every 73 men, or 74 men, if you want to put up the averages, die from testicular torsion or whatever it's called. I can't say it right. He does not know what he's talking about. He keeps deflecting so bad I'm crying. I'm not even looking at the chat. I'm reading it now. That's not the number, buddy. You literally said the number before was 20,000 and it was lower than what you said. So the average would have been way lower. Just cut all the basketball. It's all 60 minutes. I've been waiting for hell. Not looking. I'm reading the chat. I was not looking before. Yeah. No, Vanilla, you're just trying to rage bait me and you have no other points. Anyways, McLovin, what you said in the chat was completely wrong. More males die from the testicular torsion than women did. If you put it into a number perspective, males have a higher chance of dying from it than women do. 17 minutes. I mean, on the same level, what are you on about? It's literally, it was 500 and I think it was 573 or something for Alzheimer's? What? I'm sorry, I have no clue what you're talking about. Anyways, it was on the same level. Is he being for real? Yeah, I'm being for real. Your numbers was literally wrong. 1 in 573 women die from birth, but 1 in 73 men die from, like, who have the thing, have testicular torsion. I'm not saying 1 in every 73 men will die. Let me up, buddy, so I can explain it to your head. No, because you literally brought up false statistics into the argument, and now you're trying to tell me that I'm wrong? I'm letting up this girl, because I'm done with the pain stuff.
Hi. So, first of all, can you go search this like real quick? We're gonna talk socially, okay? I am done with your biology and everything. Oh my god, it's been
I'm
17
sorry, I'm not the
minutes
one
and
who
I've been
mentioned
here.
this stuff. It was McLovin who mentioned the Bertha stuff. So anyways, mention what you were going to say.
Okay, I need you to go search when did women get the right to vote? We're talking socially
When
now.
did women get
Go
the
search
right
that.
to walk? So are we
How
talking about
many years
60
ago?
years? I'm sorry, are we talking about 60 years in the past or are we talking about in today's society? Because I'm talking about today's society, not 60 years ago.
We're
So
talking
if we're going to
60
bring
years in the
60
past.
years ago into this, then yeah.
Okay. Tell me, 60 years ago, and when did men get the right to vote?
Oh my
Go,
goodness
go quick,
gracious. Did I
go
just
quick.
tell you? Did I not just tell you I'm not doing in the past? We're doing in the present day. Not the future, not the
In the
past,
present day,
the present
okay.
day.
Do you know many Middle Eastern countries? Yeah, thank you, Skaya, whatever. Do you know in many Middle Eastern countries like Afghanistan and everything, women don't get basic rights there. They don't have the right to education. They still have to fight for basic amendment rights. The constitution is totally in support with men, and they are literally being treated inhuman. They're forced to do literally. Here's I can get started on this. So they are
What is
forced to
going
cover
on right
their
now?
face. Okay, you're just gonna get proved wrong, so shut up and stay. Okay. Not just that. How do you
You're
feel
literally
about the
mentioning
fact that
only
women
Middle
don't...
Eastern countries. You're not mentioning globally, by the way. So which means you're kind of
Okay,
proving
so
my point.
okay, we can first let me speak about this, and then we can talk about the West. Is that okay? Can we go in this order?
Oh. Anyways, continue.
Okay, yeah. So how do you feel about, like, how would you feel if men didn't get the right to education in like certain countries even this day? Hmm.
Okay, whoever's talking in the background, tell them to be quiet, or because it keeps distracting me.
Um.
And in what Middle
Okay,
East
so
are you talking about? Middle Eastern countries? I'm sorry, what countries are you talking about?
Afghanistan.
You have to be
Yeah, we're
specific here.
talking about Afghanistan. We're talking about Afghanistan.
So you're
Do you
talking
know?
about a
Wait,
single.
can I
You're
say
talking about one single country in the entire world.
Jingo? No,
This is
Jingo.
not.
Okay,
This is
whatever. I'm
not
not
just
gonna say
about. This
anymore.
is and exactly. Afghanistan isn't even Middle Eastern. So what is?
Okay,
I'm
well,
sorry.
state this.
You're all over the place.
Tell me how, like, you know, I just typed it out.
This is one country.
How do
This is one country, by the way.
you
Sure,
for the
it isn't.
highest
Sure,
and
it
best?
isn't fair. Sure, it isn't fair for males to have education and women don't. But this
It
is
is in
one
the Middle
country. This
East.
is happening in. This is one country. This is one country.
Afghanistan is in the Middle East. Okay, this is frying
I'm
me.
sorry.
This
What are
is
we laughing
frying
about
me.
right now?
It is in the Middle East, and you're like, yeah, you're so stupid. It's not in the Middle East. Yeah. Um. So
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I still don't know how one country represents the entire world. I'm still waiting.
I said I'll talk
See,
states and
this is
states.
the only argument people come up with: Afghanistan and how women are treated badly in it. That's one country, and that country barely has a population of 100 million people.
Okay. Unequal payment. Unequal payment.
Unequal payment.
Unequal. So, according to
Unequal
the
payment.
United
Is
Nations.
this a joke? Is this a joke? An actual
Shut
joke?
you know you're really not being having a respectful debate right now.
No,
So
because what you're
according to the
saying is
United,
very unintelligent, and I cannot understand what you're trying to tell me.
you can go
Unequal
this
payment.
right now. Search it. You can go search it. You can go search it. I don't care. So you can literally go
You
and
know, men also get
type
unequal
United.
payment in woman-dominated fields, right? Like, what are you? I'm sorry. You
Okay,
just baffle me more and more. If
tell me.
literally men do nurse jobs and they get paid less than woman nurses. That is literally confirmed. That is literally a confirmed statement multiple
Can you go on
times.
mute? Can you go on mute? Yeah, so I can state my points without you interrupting me.
Go on mute.
24/7.
You literally just mentioned Afghanistan and underwage pay, which are both very dumb arguments because there's literally other arguments for those.
Okay, you used mangetsu being forcefully are asked to play sports. You use that as an argument. That nothing can get dumber than that. Okay, tell me why you think men have it
I didn't
harder.
say they're forced to play sports. Are you actually like unintelligent? Anyways, men have it harder because they do more tougher roles in society, such as construction, transportation, air traffic control, pilots, law enforcement, firefighters, electricians, plumbers, oil rig workers, engineers, scientists, lawyers, chefs, college and university teachers, and there's just even more jobs out there that men do that are way harder than women jobs.
Bells, don't you think that is the patriarchy and gender roles also play a huge role in that? Don't you think that? Or
The
do you want me to explain how?
patriarchy, but men still do those jobs more. So I don't know what you're trying to tell me here.
Wow.
Even if
Okay.
it's the patriarchy, women still have the opportunity to go into these jobs because it's obvious because there's women in these jobs. Yet men dominate them more because men do them more, and there are more important jobs, and there are more harder jobs.
Okay, first of all, I'm gonna be right back from my off because my VC is gonna get banned. But you dumb
Good.
hoe.
McLovin, you've been waiting 24 minutes, but I do not want to debate you after what you brought up with the birth and TTS debate. So I'm gonna do this and that and let up Alvin.
Okay, so like, what? What is your argument? Like, what are you trying to state right now?
I think that men have it worse than women because they do more tougher roles and jobs in society.
But you know, both genders can do that. Just because they dominate those
Both
fields doesn't
genders can
mean
do that, but you know it's a majority versus a minority in those jobs, which means men do it more. It's not that they can both do it. You're mentioning a hypothetical
they
situation.
can't. They do it more, but
It's a
women can
hypothetical
also do the
situation.
same
Are
thing.
you know what a hypothetical situation is? That's what you just brought up into the argument.
What are you talking about?
You
That
said they
still
can.
happens.
You
There are
said they
still
can do it. There
they
is no,
can
there
and they
isn't. They're
do.
literally numbers.
They can and they do. Women literally are in male-dominated fields, just like in the
Less.
same way that.
What do you?
When did
I'm
I say
sorry.
less?
Did I not just
When did
mention
I say
majority and
less?
minority?
What minority? What are you trying
There's
to?
a minority of women in these jobs. Are you unintelligent? Like, come on.
How am I unintelligent for asking what you mean? Hello?
Because I said it's a
Why are you
majority
so?
versus a
Can
minority
you
in
calm?
these
Bro,
jobs.
take a
If
deep breath.
you,
Take a deep
oh
breath.
my goodness. All right.
Like,
If you're not gonna be able to comprehend what I'm saying, which a fifth grader should be able to comprehend, then you don't deserve to be up here. Oh my lord. In fact, the pay ratio by female to male ratio is on average 91%. Oh, the big yapping part. I mean, none of you can prove me wrong yet. Like, you mentioned Afghanistan, which is a single country. You mentioned page gaps, which I literally debunked. And now you're telling me. He's so scared. Aw. Is an example. What? Yeah, y'all just... y'all are just in the chat getting angry at me for no reason. Yo, Jiggle, I mean, I mean... Yo, Jiggle, I meant, not you, gang. Dennis, I don't know who you are. I don't even know who you are. Like, who are you? I'm not even talking about you. Like, actually, I don't know what you're on about. I'm losing all faith with this guy. You read my comment? Because you're saying I'm talking about you, which I'm not. Oh, that guy left. According to Marin. Oh my lord. Now this guy's slow. Women earn less even in the male-led industry of nursing. McLovin, I don't know why you're still here after I literally proved that the birth to TTS ratio was completely false of what you said. I literally did. Using your statistics, I literally did. And now you're trying to tell me you didn't. You somehow said that the death count for... That is not what I said at all. I am so sorry. 27K globally, get it? McLovin. I said 2 million people globally get TTS. And I said 27,000 die from it, which wasn't a right statistic. I use your statistic of 20,000, according to you. And somehow you're trying to prove me wrong here. You're so dumb, it's pathetic. You literally mentioned Afghanistan. I don't know why you're calling me dumb. You didn't give a source. Your source! McLovin, at this point, just leave. I use your source. Your source was what you said, and I was using your words against you. And now you're telling me what was my source again? The health organization or something? So apparently from your research, your point was wrong. So I don't know why you're still here. I don't even know why I'm doing this debate. This was someone else's server, and then they left it to me. Bro didn't know what I wrote. Actually, I could probably just go back and check, if I can. You literally typed in chat, around 25k people die from TTS a year. I'm looking back in the chat, and that's what you said. So I was also, so I'm gonna use your other number of 25,000, and I'm just gonna go back again and redo the equation to see how many more men would die according to your calculations, not mine, yours. Oh, okay. The fact that I wrote get it and not die, you wrote die. It literally says die. I'm sorry. Of kidney stones, the number is 19k. I wrote 19k die. No, you wrote. I'm looking at the text you said. I'm looking at the text you said in the chat. It says around. It literally. Oh, where'd it go? It says around. I don't know where it went. Hold on. No, I lost it. But I know what it said. Yeah. There it is. Around 19, around 25. No, that's not what you said at all. Around, you said around 25k people die from it. Oh my goodness. Is this a BL? That isn't, it literally is what you wrote. I literally have the proof. You're just trying to make yourself seem smart at this point. That's what you wrote. I'm sorry. Exactly. Why are we getting dementia mid-argument, though? That's kind of crazy. The fact that you're trying to deny everything I said is crazy. What clock did I say it at? What clock did you say it at? Hold up. What do you mean, what time? Have you ever heard of time zones? Oh my god. This person is just beyond me. Oh, you want me to know what minute you said it at? Fine, I'll tell you. And what do you mean clock? Like, you're just saying clock. You said it at 54, buddy. Wait, so that means you've been in here for like 30 minutes. Oh my god, I just said you said it at the minute 54. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm changing the topic. This guy. Yeah, 54. Because McLovin cannot prove that he was wrong. He just wants to stay in here to make sure he seems right. Said it in the 40s. No, you didn't. I'm literally looking at the message. You said it at 4:54. In fact, you weren't even in this thing at the 40s. What are you on about? Well, you haven't been able to prove anything. I literally mentioned 12 different arguments, and you keep bringing up that I'm wrong in everyone, yet you have no proof that I'm wrong in everyone. You were like the most annoying player I did. You literally listened to 4 of my debates since you've been here, and every single time you say I'm wrong, but you have no proof to prove that I'm wrong. In fact, I got my medical sources right now open. In fact, you're about to get banned because you're annoying me. Bye. We're done. We're done. We're done. And I'm rechanging the topic. This guy's done. He stayed in here for an hour, not even to talk. So I'm changing the topic. That was so childish, I'm crying. Vanilla, you had 0 points, by the way. You came up here, got completely debunked, and then you let down. You wouldn't let him up? I let you up! Those are 2 different things. Bro, he was your man. I was up for 2 minutes and you kicked me off. Yeah, because you kept interrupting me. I don't even know why I kicked you off. You probably, like, I can't even remember. Because I asked a question. What was the question again? Ask it again in the chat and I'll answer it. Don't even know why. It's probably because you stopped talking. How old am I? I don't know. What was the question? Oh my god. I'm not a minor. You want me to say how old I am? Fine, I'll type it in chat. Oh shoot. Yeah, baffled that there's people other than little kids on this platform. Oh my gosh. Why are you arguing with children at 19? I'm not arguing. I just want to debate with people because I have nothing else to do right now. Vanilla, what is the question? You keep avoiding it. Tell me the question in the chat. 6 people typing. No, you cannot tap. And I do not, and they have a crush on me? Who cares? I don't care. By the way, I identified, what is it? What do they call it? Trigender. I'm not avoiding anything. You were making me claim. Yeah, you're just avoiding the question at this point. What was the question you were going to ask me? Are you omega male? No, I'm a trigender. Trigender. I just answered you? Where? That's not what I'm asking. What was your question? Oh my gosh, you were so unintelligent. I literally asked what your question is for the 7th time and you still are avoiding it. Just tell me the freaking question you wanted me to answer. Oh my gosh, it is not that hard. If she avoids it again, I'm banning her from the server. Like, if you were locked in a room with a furry, what would you do? What does this have to do any relevancy with the conversation? And I would kill it, yes. Like, obviously. Like, furries are a disgrace to humanity. Why? Dude, do you see what they've done to humanity? They're literally a disgrace. I was asking if you think women can work in male-dominated fields, and you started yelling and kicked me. No, I didn't start yelling. I'm just trying to speak over you because you try to speak over me. Anyways, I said yes, they can, but you obviously did not understand the part where I said is the majority versus the minority in the job. I didn't, bro. Yeah, you did. You literally did. Anyways, I said there was a minority versus a majority in the job. Obviously, you cannot comprehend that. I'm not letting anyone debate because I'm trying to change the topic, but these guys keep, like, arguing in the chat. You can't comprehend that someone was challenging you? I'm crying. I literally told you why. I literally told you my opinion, and then you started saying, oh, but can women work in men fields? And I said, yes, it is a minority versus a majority, which clearly you do not understand. That's not what I said. That's what you said. Have a nice day. You're banned. I just banned. Look, I'm not debating on the topic anymore. I'm trying to change it. That guy just kept saying stuff to say stuff. I still take the victory because not a single person can prove me wrong. Woman, lock in. It's embarrassing how you fight with kids on Roblox. It's embarrassing how you fight kids on Roblox. Kind of my job. Okay. If you let me debate, I can prove you wrong. Actually, I want to hear what they have to say, because they keep saying that it's embarrassing to argue with kids, but...
Wait, what do you want me to say?
You keep flaming me in the chat. I just want to hear what you have to say.
Wait, I got a point. So, women actually have it worser because men,
Worser.
they don't
That's not a
carry
word.
babies.
That's not a word. Worser is not a word.
It is.
Oh my god.
It is. It's literally a
Peak
word.
peak female intelligence. Alright, I'm letting you up. I wanted to let her talk, but as soon as she said that, it was...
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring up a couple claims, not claims, but more of like evidence on how women have it worse, and I'll let you respond after, if that's okay.
Go ahead. I'm waiting.
Okay, so first of all, I would bring up one claim on how women have it worse, and that is religion. Most religions prevent women from doing the same things that men do. Second of all, I would also bring up on how most countries, and I'm not only talking about America and Europe, but I'm also talking about third world countries, on how they treat their women, and they treat their women extremely terrible. Some countries allow their men to abuse their women. Some countries force their women, because of cultural practices, to perform FGM, and I'll explain what FGM is to you. FGM is female mutilation of their G, and this is different from circumcision, because circumcision is just a removal of the extra skin on top, and female mutilation is the whole removal of their whole entire, I can't say the word because I'll get banned, but it's a removal of the whole entire pleasurable spot.
Yeah,
And
I know what you're talking about.
they also sew up their hole, their where they bleed from, so the man can open it up on their wedding day. And I would also say,
What countries are we talking about? Can you just like list them?
I would list Somalia and some of the countries bordering that, and also I'll bring up on how, what's it called?
No, like, can you name at least 5 countries that do that though? Like, you just name one. I just want to hear more. I just want to hear more. I just want to hear more.
It's easily researchable. I'm gonna bring up other claims, so it's not only this one. But I would also say I would explain. I would understand if you say that men have it worse, like as in war. But I'd also say that women are also affected by war. They are both affected, but different ways. Men are affected by going to war and fighting for war because, men draft other men. And women, after this, while they are in their home state, while the war is happening, usually the war comes over to their home state or wherever the war is happening, they, I can't say the word, but they use these women, they use them as slaves. It's just terrible in general. Of course, men and women both go through like extremes in war, but I would say that.
I'm sorry, you're only mentioning women. Like, this doesn't happen to men as well during war. Like,
okay, I'm mentioning
it probably happens more to men in war that they go into slavery. Like, it's kind of like
it's more common for females to be used though, because overall
used for what?
Females.
You're not being specific. You said slaves.
I can't.
But more male. There's definitely more male slaves than.
I can't say it because I'll get banned, but you know what I mean. But anyways,
yeah, I know,
on the religion topic, Abrahamic, I think that's what it is. Abrahamic religions prevent the women from doing certain things, as if going outside and showing even a piece of skin, even a piece of hair, they would be beaten by anyone who's a male outside. This doesn't happen in Christianity, but Christianity also shows little tiny signs of, I can't say the other word, but I'm just going to bring up this one, misogynistic. They're kind of misogynistic in Christianity because they don't, like in some denominations, they don't allow their women to be pastors. There are verses that I will paste into the chat and where it says a woman has to obey a man, or a woman has to stay quiet in a church, or I'll bring them up later. I'll type them in chat later. But I would say that women have it worse through more socialism, the roles, how they're treated. And
I have a question real quickly.
Also,
I have a question real quick though.
Yeah.
So what wars are happening in today's society that these things are happening to females? Because you're mentioning war and stuff, but like what wars today?
I was bringing up
Against
wars
2 countries.
then.
Yeah, no, back then doesn't really
Against 2
matter in
countries.
today's society. I'm talking about present day, not 50 or 80 years ago.
The present day, I would say Gaza and Israel.
Gaza and Israel.
But
that they do these things to women?
Yes, I'm also saying I know it happens to men as well.
Do you have any like evidence or proof of this, or are you just guessing? Or because you said I would say,
What do you mean?
You said
This
I
is
would say.
easily
No, you said I would
researched.
say, which kind of leads me to think that you're guessing that you think this is happening. You don't actually have any proof.
What are you talking? It's an easily searched up. Like you can easily just find this on.
Well, can you give me the source? Can you give me the source? Because this is what you're saying. This is your argument against me. So you should have information for your source, right?
Give me a second. Okay, you can give me a second then.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking you. Can you find it? Literally everywhere. So you're not infinity on Wi-Fi. Are you saying that everywhere is having a war right now? I'm sorry. What's going on? People. I'm saying info on wars is almost everywhere.
The UN Palace org, the UN Palestine org. You can easily go on that website and research on how women have it.
Just say what you
and-
found. Just say what you found. Hello? Hello? Okay. Like, why are we trying to bring up something then? Yeah. Oh, she typed in the chat. Please tell me you paid attention to history. How many times do I have to say this? It's present day, not 80 years ago. Like, I can't even laugh anymore of how, like, serious I think that y'all are actually being. Do you like Justin Bieber? Who's that? Get out. I don't know who he is. Who is that? It's like a singer. Sudan finally brought up their genocide. I'm disgusted right now by this man. I'm sorry for not knowing a person. That's like asking, oh, do you know who John Quintavious III is? And then you say no, you're disgusted by it? Like, oh my god. See, it's also the women biases in society as well. Just biases against men. If they don't like or don't have a physical appearance or something, they just women completely make fun of that person. It's not even, yeah. Prime example. Insecure short man. I'm not short at all, by the way. I'm not insecure either. Like, I don't care about my looks. I know you do. Because you're the one who's bringing it up. No, you defo are. No, I'm not. That type of rage bait doesn't work on me. I'm sorry. You gotta try harder. I'm not rage baiting. Oh, yeah, you are. You're just trying to make yourself seem like a better person in this argument than I am. How? How? You're literally throwing insults at me and trying to get a reaction out of me. By the way, women take it personally when you don't know or like Justin Bieber. I don't know why. Oh, so it's just like a thing if you don't like them, then women just get angry. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Now I understand why she's trying to rage bait me. You brought M down? You literally stopped talking for like 10 seconds. I asked you if you were there, if you were there, if you were there, and you didn't answer once. So I gotta bring you down. Okay, I have to change the topic. What am I doing? There we go. Not spammed it 9 times. You bring me down because an educated female. You bring down an educated female because you're embarrassed or wrong. Gas. Damn. Dude, the rage bait is working so well. I'm letting up Kyo. Let's see what they gotta say.
Hello, my friends.
Hello.
So I just question like for everyone in the chat, like, Like, what rights do men have that women don't?
Oh my god. 5 people, 4 people. What are rights that men have that women don't? They get paid more. That is just a stereotype in society. That's
Well,
pretty much not true.
that isn't a rule, bro. Like that's a right. Go, bro.
What's a right? He's asking what a right is. Getting paid isn't a right. What? I'm sorry. Like, yeah.
Bro.
I don't know what these guys are talking about.
Yeah, but then I'm wondering what feminists are fighting for.
Are you talking to me or to chat?
No, not to chat.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm just very like tired right now. I had no defense and I just debated like 7 people in a row.
Yeah, I can understand. So, yeah. I just wanted to say this so you can get me down.
Alright. Anyways, this is the new topic. If you bring up the old topic, you're getting removed instantly.
Hi.
Hello.
This is about the new topic. Can I bring up like a really specific, like, this is just one case, but I heard about it and it really relates to this topic.
Alright, go ahead.
Okay, so
One
there was like a woman in Tennessee. Her name is like Christian Miller, and she was dating this man who showed like no signs of abuse until she got married to him. And then after they got married, everything was going really well until one day he hit her and then locked her in the basement for over 3 years.
So that's not abuse, you know that. That's like kidnapping. Those are 2 different things, right?
So what I'm saying is
that is not abuse. That is not abuse. That is kidnapping. That is 2 different things.
He was forcing her to stay. That's abuse.
Yeah, no, it's not. That's kidnapping. That's 2 different things. You clearly don't understand what abuse is. That's literally kidnapping. 7 people are typing.
Yeah.
She endured abuse while kidnapped. That's not an abusive relationship at that point. That's just being tortured and kidnapped. That is.
Yeah.
Those are 2 clearly different things. Do you understand that?
Okay. Can I bring up another?
What?
A woman's fault. Are you talking about a romantic relationship or just like if you're
well, obviously a romantic relationship, not just. It could also involve romantically, basically. Like it wouldn't be a family relationship. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Can I bring up another?
Okay.
Can I bring up another case?
What?
So,
you want to bring up what now? I'm sorry.
Another case.
Yeah, go. Okay.
Okay. So, another thing where it's just like a woman ends up dating this guy and then they get married and they have children, and after she had her first child, he started abusing her and he would threaten the children if she ever tried to leave. And so it ended up with her dead and both the children dead.
I'm sorry. So she had children, and what did she try to do? She tried to leave.
So she had children, and then he started like physically abusing her. After that, because I don't know, she just didn't really fit how he wanted her to look anymore because she had children. And then he started abusing her, and she couldn't leave because he threatened the children's lives. So she tries to leave, and he kills her and the children.
So she tried to leave.
Yeah, she tried to leave the relationship.
Yeah. So, which is what you should do. And at that point, if you're leaving the relationship, is the woman did the right thing. So at any other point of what the man did, that's not an abusive relationship anymore. That's just the man, that's just manslaughter. That's 2 different things. Again. Because the woman left the relationship, right? Which means that they aren't in a relationship anymore.
Didn't have the time, when she was leaving actively. They were.
I'm sorry. What do you mean? If she was leaving, she left the relationship.
No,
I
it
can't.
wasn't
What do
nullified.
what do you mean? How is it not that? What? I'm
Okay, so
sorry.
basically, yeah, so they were married. No, I get it. They were married, and so she's leaving their relationship, and part of that is like divorce papers, like custody,
That's
you
not what
know?
it is at all. You can leave like the divorce doesn't decide. The divorce just decides that you're not married to that person anymore. Leaving the relationship doesn't need. You don't technically need a divorce at early stages. Like if, for an example, if you and your husband were arguing and then you said you wanted to like have a divorce, like the divorce doesn't happen right away, obviously.
Yeah.
But like still, you don't want to be with him anymore, so you left him and you left that relationship. The
Yeah,
divorce
I'm
just
just
decides that you guys aren't legally married anymore, and that means that your brother-in-law, your sister-in-law aren't those type of people anymore.
yeah, okay, I see what you're trying to say. Yeah. You're basically saying that like she could have just left and then there was no relationship basically.
All you have to, yeah, like that's all you have to do. All you have to do is leave the relationship. And if you're having kids in an abusive relationship, that is technically that is your fault as well, because you should understand at that point in a relationship you shouldn't have kids.
Yeah. The abuse started after she had kids, but I understand what you're saying.
After she had kids, okay.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming,
So
yeah, but like at the point after she left the relationship, it wasn't a relationship anymore. It was a manslaughter. Do you understand that?
she got killed trying to leave the house.
Huh? I'm sorry?
She was like killed while trying to leave the house with her children.
Yeah, which she was trying to leave the relationship. If she was trying to leave the
Yes.
relationship at that point, she's gone out of the relationship. But the man, at that point, is his fault because he killed them, and that's manslaughter.
Yeah, this is
But those are still two different things. Do you understand that?
yeah. I'm just saying that
Okay.
was one example that I had.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Oh, I need to close my door real quick. I did let her talk, Chips. I let her talk for like, how long has Bobby been up here for? I have a feeling Bobby's not gonna help me, so I don't know. Exactly. Thank you.
So, why do you think that?
Go on.
Say to me why. I'm just asking. Why do you think that?
Why do I think that it's a woman's fault if they're in an abusive relationship?
Yes. Mhm.
The reason it's the woman's fault because they're the ones who went into the relationship willingly, and they're the ones who stay in the relationship even after the person physically and mentally abuse them.
So, like, what if the man itself has more stronger and locks them up so badly?
That's
and
not in a
abuses them
relationship at
so
that point.
badly?
That's not in a relationship at that point. Those are two different things. That's literally kidnapping and being held against your own free will. That's not a relationship. That's a bigger crime.
Yeah, but what
That's
if
two different things. You're trying to
no,
make it
let me
seem
talk.
like it's a
Let me
relationship.
talk. Let me finish. Let me finish. What if she endures the abuse while being kidnapped? What about that?
What? That's torture and abuse. Or no, torture and kidnapping. If you're
It's the
kidnapped,
same
it's
thing.
not. If
Torture
you're
is just a
kidnapped,
bigger
it's
version of
two
it.
different things. Do you not
It's
understand that?
not.
I'm searching it up.
Do you
I'm
not
searching it
understand?
up.
Do you lack brain cells? Do you know?
Do you
I
lack brain
suppose
cells?
you do, but I do not. I'm very
Are
well educated.
kidnapping?
Thank you.
Or hold up. Are kidnapping and an abusive relationship the same thing? No, they are not.
Abusive relationship, you can
Oh
get locked
my
up.
goodness.
Kidnapping is when you get how do you say it? Locked up by another. Not when you trust.
It's the
your
same thing. You're
partner
getting
to-
locked up in either. You're getting locked up in either scenario. What?
Yes.
Oh my
I
goodness.
do understand.
So
that,
you're agreeing that
but
You're saying that kidnapping and abusive relationship are two different things.
I mean, it's similar, but it's not.
It's not similar at all. They're two different things.
It is.
No, you're just
Similar,
trying to
but
make it
not.
seem like they're the same thing. I gotta let up Joyfish.
I mean, I feel like you can't just. You're saying it's the woman's fault. Is this like an "it's only the woman's fault" type thing?
Like entirely the woman's fault?
Like, what's your meaning here? Because it's primarily the abuser's fault. People with trauma are more apt
The
to stay in
primary
relationships.
it's not
They are
primary
not.
the abuser's fault. It's primarily the woman's fault because they stay in the relationship and let themselves continue to be abused, even though they have the opportunity to leave the relationship.
All right, so I'm being attacked by someone. They're shooting at me.
Oh.
If I choose to stay there,
Oh.
is it the fault primarily of the trigger puller or me?
But you would
It's the
die
fault
if you
of the
get
person
shot.
pulling the trigger primarily.
So I wonder if I shoot someone in the head, is it my fault? That's like the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I'm sorry.
So say you're punching someone in the
my
head,
God.
say every night
If
when
you're
you get
punch-
home from
Yeah,
work.
it's her fault for staying in a relationship. Those are two different things. You mentioned that if someone shoots you in the head, it's their fault. Obviously, it's their fault because they're the one who pulled the trigger. What type of you're
And
just trying
if
to
you're
you're just trying to
pulling the
word it
trigger
differently.
over and over,
If you pulled the trigger over and over,
you hold some
you're not
blame.
pulling it. That's two different
He's so
things.
serious.
Oh my God, you're not. If you're punching
Especially if
someone,
there's
punching
children
and shooting someone are two different things, sir. I'm sorry. If you don't, I don't
They're
know if you
both
realize
assault.
that or not.
They're both assaults. They
One
can
is
both
murder,
kill.
one is assault.
Nope, they can both kill.
And
They can
they
both
don't,
not kill.
and it's
actually.
like they don't beat the girl to death because they want them to stay in the relationship with them, obviously. So it's like every time they do it, the girl every time they do it, the girl continues to stay in a relationship. Do you
No,
understand
Emperor
that they
Nero was
can
abusive and he beat his
continuously
wife to
abuse
death.
them? Your point makes no sense because if you shoot somebody, they're
Emperor
probably gonna
Nero
die.
beat his wife to death. People beat their wives
Do
to
you
death. It happens.
Oh my goodness gracious. Do you understand that if you shoot somebody once, they die? Like they're probably gonna die.
No.
Like it's only no.
That's not
Okay.
true.
I said they're probably gonna die, which is probably true.
That's
I mean
not
that's
even majority true.
what are you? Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Dude, yeah.
If you shoot somebody with a gun, they are probably not gonna
survive.
die.
On average,
Well,
you
probably.
survive. On average, you survive.
You literally no, but like your thing was that if you shoot somebody in the head. That's
No,
what
I
you
did
said.
not say that actually. You said that. I said it if somebody is shooting.
If someone
I
is
did not say
shooting.
a location.
Oh.
Shooting at me.
Anyways, you're still probably gonna die. It's a bullet. And
No, that's not true. That's not
if you really believe that if you're probably not gonna die from getting shot,
casualties typically far outweigh deaths in regards to shooting.
I don't even know why we're bringing shooting into this. Shooting is a whole different thing from
Because
it.
you wanted to continue it and you made a point
Shooting
about
is
it.
shooting is attempted murder, right? So is abusing, but
Yes,
shooting's just
beating
way
is-
worse than it.
Beating somebody is also attempted murder.
As I just said, but shooting's way worse than it.
Okay.
Like you literally can't.
You understand my point there. My whole point is the person
Oh.
pulling the trigger holds some blame.
Yeah, it's not entirely the woman's fault. Obviously, the men is somewhat the men's fault for abusing a woman, but it's mainly the woman's fault for staying in the relationship, continuing to let the man beat them instead of leaving.
Yeah, I don't disagree. It's often a consequence of trauma. You end up staying somewhere because you're under threat, especially if there's children involved.
So wait, hold up. Oh, so you're staying in a threatening area. Okay.
All
Yeah,
right,
that
so
makes
imagine
complete
I'm a mother with children. And if I leave, what happens to those children?
I'm pretty sure you would take the children with you if you're actually a logical person. Because why would you leave
And
the
what if
children with
they
an abusing
come
husband?
for their children or for me?
What?
Because I was under
If they
threat
come
by
for
this
you,
person.
so do you know if they come for you? That's a whole different crime called harassment.
No, because
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
they are the
yeah,
father. They have
yeah.
custody just as well as you do.
Who said that they're the father in this situation? Are they married? Are they like
This was my presumption. This was my presumption. Assume they are the father for this situation.
okay? So you know it's
Okay.
harassment if they go after them and try to physically harm them, right?
There was no mention of physical harm. There
If
was
they're
the
trying,
concern there
let's
will
be
be
let's be
physical
honest
harm.
here. Let's be honest here. If they're going after them, they're gonna bring them back home and physically harm them. Let's just be honest.
That's a maybe. It's a concern. It is a threat. It's not knowledge that it will happen.
It's still harassment if they're following you. Do you understand that?
No, they want their kids.
Oh my god. If they're
They both have
abusing, if they're literally abusing somebody.
Oh, is there evidence? Say we bring it to a court of law? No, there's not. There's not evidence.
There is evidence though, because like they're literally abusing you. What do you mean where?
Where's the evidence? You understand a lot of
children.
domestic abuse goes unreported because of lack of evidence?
It's go
Oh, you're
unreported
gonna
because
have
women
children
don't.
testify? You're gonna have children testify?
I'm sorry, sir. You just keep bringing up very unintelligent arguments into the argument. We're done. Us women need to fight for our rights. Are we for real? Dude, the rage baiting's working so well. The rage baiting's working so well. That is probably the most corniest thing I've ever heard. Us women have to right. Us women have to fight for our rights. Midi Kirk. I actually, it's so fucking funny that they all are falling for this. It's so obvious. Oh my god. I'm just letting everyone up and hear what happens. Let's just go. Let's go. Let's go right now. Let's go.
Yo. Wait a minute, wait. Yo.
Yeah, let's go right now. Everyone up here. Let's go.
Yo. My bad.
I don't understand the difference.
Wait, hold on. Wait, I wanted to adjust.
Y'all are so unintelligent. Y'all are so unintelligent. Y'all are so dumb. Y'all are so dumb. I'm sorry.
These people.
Y'all want to change. Y'all want to change. Let's just lose women toxicity in the environment.
What are you talking about?
Y'all are just so unintelligent. It's funny as hell.
You should have known. You should have known what was gonna happen.
Oh my. Oh my god. W mod. It was getting so out of hand. Thank you, mods. I'm leaving the game. Thank you, mod. Thank you, mods. If you're watching this, I don't know how you found my server. Thank you, mods. That was an awesome debate. Awesome rage baiting session. Oh my god. It's so funny. It's so funny. It makes me want to cry. I gotta go take a shower and crap now. Oh my god. Alright, we gotta play the outro. That was the best stream we've done yet. You cannot prove me wrong. Oh my god. Here we go.